Good morning, students. Today we are going to learn subject history. We will begin learning with a new chapter. Chapter number 8 states after the Maurya Empire. Students, in the previous chapter we have studied about the Maurya Empire, which was been founded by Chandragupta Maurya. We have also studied in detail about Emperor Ashoka, his Kalinga war, and how he changed up his mind of never to wage a war again. We have also studied in detail about Emperor Ashoka's work for the spread of Buddhism and the important values of truth, non-violence, compassion, and forgiveness. We also looked at the administrative skills during the Maurya Empire, the life of the people who lived during the time period, and also about the art and literature that was flourished during the reign of the Emperor Ashoka. The Maurya Empire was the strongest empire during the ancient India. But after the death of Emperor Ashoka, there was no such strong emperor who would take care of this biggest empire, and thus slowly with time the Maurya Empire started to decline. With the decline of the Maurya Empire, several other small and big new kingdoms were being established. In this chapter, we are going to study about some of the important kingdoms or the states that emerged after the decline of the Maurya Empire. Students, all these states or the kingdoms which we are going to study in this chapter are about the northern region of India. All these kingdoms were emerged in the north part of India. So now let us begin with it. Students, Emperor Ashoka ruled the Maurya Empire till his death. After him, many new emperors ruled the Maurya Empire. The last emperor of the Maurya Empire was Emperor Brihadatta. His own army general named Pushyamitra Shunga had revolted against him. It means the army general Pushyamitra Shunga, along with all the soldiers under him, waged a war against the Emperor Brihadatta. The emperor was killed in this war, and Pushyamitra Shunga himself became the king. With Pushyamitra becoming the king, the Maurya Empire was completely declined and a new dynasty or a new kingdom was established. This kingdom was named as the Shunga dynasty. The Indo-Greek kings. Students, during this time period, there were several small kingdoms that were ruled by the Greek kings. These kingdoms were mostly located towards the northwest of Indian subcontinent. These Greek kings who ruled the northwest part of Indian kingdoms were called as the Indo-Greek king. If we study in detail about the history of the coins of the ancient India, then the coins which were made by the Indo-Greek kings are very important in this study. The Indo-Greek kings had a special tradition of minting such coins. Students, you all know that the coin has two sides. Thus, the Indo-Greek kings had a tradition of putting the picture of the king on one side of the coin, and on the other side of the coin was a picture of a deity or their god. This was a unique way of minting coins which was started by the Indo-Greek kings. By looking at the coin, one could clearly get the idea of the king who had minted this coin, and on the other side was the picture of God or the deity that represented the god to whom these kings worshipped. This tradition of minting coins later took root in India, and many Indian kings also started minting coins with this tradition or with this pattern. Students, one of the famous Indo-Greek king was the King Menander. The King Menander is also referred to as Milinda. King Menander had discussed about the Buddhist philosophy in detail with a Buddhist bhikkhu named Nagasena. During the discussion between King Menander and the Buddhist bhikkhu Nagasena, Menander had asked many questions about Buddhist literature and Buddhist philosophy to Nagasena. All the questions that was discussed by Menander and Nagasena have led to the creation of a book. This book is titled as Milinda Panha. In this book, the Milinda Panha or the questions of King Milinda, all the questions discussed between the Buddhist bhikkhu Nagasena and King Menander are been listed. This book is a good source of information about the Buddhist philosophy. The book is titled as Milinda Panha. Milinda was the other name of King Menander, and the word Panha is a Pali word which means question. Thus, in this book, all the questions asked by King Menander are listed, and its answers given by Buddhist bhikkhu Nagasena are written in detail. The next empire that was built after the decline of Maurya Empire was the empire built by the Kushana kings. Students, from time to time, many of the tribes have invaded or attacked on India. One such tribe that had attacked on India was the Kushana tribes. The Kushana tribes emerged from Central Asia. The Kushana tribes established their rule in the northwestern region of India and also in the state of Kashmir during the 1st century CE. The Kushana kings were the first to start minting of coins made up of gold in India. In short, we can say that the first minting of gold coins was started by the Kushana kings. The coins which were minted by the Kushana kings were of a different tradition. The Kushana kings started the custom of putting the images of Gautam Buddha and of other Indian deities or the god on the coins made by them. The Kushana king named King Kanishka extended the Kushana Empire in India. King Kanishka's empire extended from the city of Kabul in the west to the city of Varanasi in the east. Students, in this map, you can see the green colored region which was under the rule of Emperor Kanishka. Emperor Kanishka is one of the most important Kushana king who ruled India for a longer period. Emperor Kanishka started the minting of coins made up of gold as well as of copper. The gold and the copper coins minted by him have been found in some areas of North India. Emperor Kanishka was referred as the King of Kings or one of the greatest emperor. During the reign of Emperor Kanishka, the fourth Buddhist council was held in Kashmir. It is also believed that the village of Kanpur near the city of Srinagar today was earlier called as the village of Kanishkapur. The well-known and the famous poet Ashwaghosh lived during the reign of Emperor Kanishka. Ashwaghosh had written some of the important texts such as the Buddha Charitra and the Vajra Suchi. Also, the famous Vaidya named Charaka lived in the Kanishka's court. So students, here we finish learning about three important kings or the kingdoms that emerged after the Maurya Empire. In the next class, we will study about the remaining kingdoms. Thank you.